Gary Danielson, CBS Sports, lead college football analyst. He was on the call with Brad Nessler, Army, Navy. I wanted to have you on. Biggest reason I wanted to tell you did a great job.
Wow.
It was a great call with you and Brad. You captured it. And I wanted to tell you that.
Well, that's really nice. We got a text, not we, Brad knows these guys better than I do. We got a text from Coach Krzyzewski during the game saying how much he enjoyed and that we were capturing it. So you two great minds think alike on this one, you know.
He probably didn't like the ending, though, since he went to West Point.
Hey, you know, there's a lot of pressure doing that game. I've done every major, rivalry game there is. Texas, Oklahoma, Auburn, Alabama, UCLA, national championship. You just want to do it right. You know what I mean? I mean, though I feel such great vibes about those players. They have to be full-time students, full-time, cadets, and then they got to play football on top of that. And the first time I did it, I was really nervous. And I was doing it with Vern, and I told Vern, Vern, I don't know, I'm not familiar with this. And we interviewed a player the first time I was there, Dan. We went and visited. And the first player we interviewed said, guys, I love you. I grew up watching SEC football. We always watch SEC. Here's the only thing we ask. Don't grade us on a curve. I went, man, how cool is that? A guy's saying that because those guys love playing football.
But trying to call a perfect game, it's like trying to play a perfect game. You can't.
Right. Oh, I messed up. There's no doubt. Yeah, I think when Heidenreich scored, I think I called him Eric Heidenreich because Eric Heiden, I just went with I just flew it together, I think Brad got it right. I don't think I did. But yeah, I get nervous. I don't get nervous for anything. I never got nervous when I played. I don't get nervous for other games. Don't get nervous talking to important people, but I want to give the game its due. That's really what I try to do.
And it's the one game, I think it's a standalone game, where the pictures are more important than anything that's said because you're trying to capture what you don't need to capture because we get to see it with you.
God, I had a big sign on my board, my monitor, don't talk too much because of what you just said. Our producer, Craig Silver, has done it forever. I think we've done now 16 of these together. Steve Milton, our director, also directs, the Masters golf, and our crew's out there with the march on, the whole thing. I mean, all of them love doing this game, but it's a big commitment. You got president coming in. I interviewed President Obama, and I have in the past interviewed President-elect Trump, and then he was in the booth next to us. So you can feel it. I mean, you can feel it, and it looks like, and I don't know, Dan, you can help on this. They might be losing the standalone part of this game.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I know, and that's, boy, I was wanting to knock on the bulletproof glass next to Trump and say, hey, why don't you just pass a law? It seems like you can do this. That there can be no other game in the afternoon but this game, Army-Navy.
That's a good idea, but you're right. Because of the extended playoffs, I think that they're going to encroach on Army and Navy. This might be the last weekend, the last year that it's a standalone game.